All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy 2026. This is our official, this is our inaugural Keep It Moving Group Coaching of 2026. I'm coming to you live, coming to you well, coming to you from the office. Got here super early. It took me 51 minutes to come to the office today, which I live in the cuts. And for it to be 51 minutes, it was a breeze. Not anybody on the road, which I know it's not going to last for long, but nonetheless, got here super early, right around 6:45. And so I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling excited, feeling grateful, stoked about the new year. I threw out 7 bags of clothes from my closet, 7 bags of clothes. I didn't think twice about it. I just bagged them up. I threw it out. My side of the closet looks immaculate. Well, there's a division in our closet though. Everything on the left side is my wife's and everything on the right side is mine. My side looks impeccable. Impeccable. My wife's side, she's going to need a little bit of support. She's going to need a little bit of help. I think I can help her with that, but I was excited to just purge, get everything out. I went to living spaces. I bought new stuff for my jam room, getting rid of an older couch. I'm just feeling good, you guys. I did a little bit of purging over the last few days. And so we're going to kick this thing off. First official Keep It Moving in 2026. I'm going to have somebody bring us out on the field, set the tone, no pressure, all the pressure. Melody, you are middle of my screen. So Melody, yeah, my friend, you're here, camera on. So I'm going to go to you. I'm glad you had some time away with the family. Happy New Year to you. So I'm going to have you bring us out on the field. You know how this goes. So let's roll.
What up? I'm so happy to be here with you guys. First group coaching of 2026. Fun fact is that 2025 was the year of the snake. The year of the snake represents shedding old skin, shedding old beliefs, shedding old identities that you were holding on to that no longer served you. And that, let me tell you, 2025 was the hardest year of my entire life. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I've been on this planet 35 years. Year 35 was the most challenging. And I had to let go of a lot of old beliefs. I had to let go of a lot of old stories that I was telling myself, you know, those stories that are just in your head playing on fucking repeat. And I realized that in order to be the next version of yourself that you want to be, the highest level of yourself that you want to be, you have to let go of those stories that you're so attached to. And so in order to move into this new year, I ask you, what are the old stories that you're telling yourself? What is that old identity that you need to release and let go of and let die in order to let that new elevated, higher version of yourself come in? Well, 2026 is the year of the horse. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram scrolling mindlessly over the last holiday season, but I definitely was. And I learned that 2026...
You say year of the horse?
Year of the horse is 2026. Fun fact, I was born year of the horse. So I feel like 2026 is about to shift everything. The energy is going to shift. We're moving from the snake, shedding old skin, shedding old identities and old beliefs about ourselves. And we're moving in to Year of the Horse, which is all about momentum, forward movement, moving fast, new beliefs, and being able to burn what's behind you and gallop into that new version of yourself. That's what the horse represents. So 2026 is time to turn the fuck up, very politely putting it. And it's time to let go of that old version of yourself and step into that new you. So I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to rock with you guys in 2026. I'm committed to showing up with my screen and my camera on all year long, coach, because I'm not fucking around and I'm ready to turn shit up with you guys. So let's fucking go.
Okay, you know what? I absolutely love this. And you guys, she said horse, the year of horses, not whores. I just want to make sure that we made that distinction in case anybody just heard it wrongly, okay? I appreciate that sentiment, Mel. And yeah, listen, you guys, I'm excited about where we're going. I'm excited about the new year, but I did not need the calendar to get me excited. I just live in a very excitable state about where we're going, about life, about all the opportunities. So Mel, really appreciate it. Glad you got to spend some time with the babies and your husband on the coast at a beautiful place in Aptos. Loved it. Loved where you were. So let's get this ball rolling, you guys. I created some SOPs SOPs. I want to make sure that I drop those early in this conversation so you guys have those. And what I've done is I've created, and you might have seen this before, our equity report SOP. Now, if you can, Roma, please make sure to drop the edited SOP, or excuse me, edited equity report. Now, I want to give this to you because it's really, really important that you guys have this, especially as you're having conversations with consumers. This portfolio report answers a few questions. JJ understands this. We've been through this in the past, but I created an entire SOP so you guys have that. So you have the playbook. The equity report, portfolio review, whatever you want to call it, name it something else, trademark the name. I don't care what you do with it. It answers questions about the property's performance, the purchase price, estimated current value, total equity gain, percentage of appreciation since they purchased their home, rental landscape. If they were to rent their property, what would that actually look like in today's market? Financing environment, what does that look like if they were to refinance and or take a loan out on the property, and investment opportunities in state as well as out of state, or if they wanted to add an ADU on the property. So what I've done is I've put this into an entire SOP. You can also drop the video on your social media. Now you could brand it, you could use your colors, do whatever you want with this and make it your own. Because here's the thing, if a consumer that you're knocking on their door says, yeah, we're never going to buy, wonderful. Here's what we do. Has anybody ever sat down with you and done an equity report? Have they done a portfolio review report with you? No? Okay, wonderful. Here's something my company does, because we want to make sure that you know how to leverage the mass amounts of equity. And we also want to share with you what's possible in the market right now, whether you rented, you invested, and or you took a HELOC out, whatever that is. So oftentimes we find ourselves like at a stalemate of where do I go in the conversation? All I want is for you guys to have variables on how you have the conversation. So I put that down in the chat. Go ahead and take that, download that, keep that in your files. Any questions about that before we go forward? Because I have 3 SOPs that are built and ready to go for you guys, plug and play. Any questions on that one? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. Next one. I'm going to go here. And if you guys need it and for some reason you missed it, just let me know. I'll make sure to drop it again. So if you were in a relationship, please raise your hand or give me an emoji on the screen if you were in a relationship. All right, cool. How many of you are in a shitty relationship? Please raise your hand. No, I'm messing. Keep your hands down, okay? All right, so what I did is I created this year by design marriage, life, and legacy planning worksheet. Now, if you're not married, it's okay. If you have a significant other, the same principles apply. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to provide this for you because we've spent a lot of time working on our business plan, our thoughts, what we're going to do, GCI, like who do we need to become? What are we going to shed? And all these things that we've spoke about. But I think it's equally as important that we're spending the time with our significant others and we're actually writing this out with them. How do they want me to best communicate in 2026? What are some financial goals that we have as a family? What are some relationship goals that we have, not only for ourselves and for our marriage and for our relationship, but with our children, right? We already decided just this last week that we're not doing Christmas this year, and that was a family decision. We are going to go and just rent a house in San Diego. That's my hometown. We already booked it. We're good. We're going to do one present. We're going to bring a little Charlie Brown tree, and we're going to go have Christmas in San Diego. And so we talked to the kids yesterday, and we sat them down and we said, for Kai, what was your academic goals? What do you want to accomplish in your friendships? If there was one place you could go and there's one skill that you want to learn, and I didn't know that she wants to play the drums. So she asked me if I could take her to the music store and get her into a lesson for her to learn how to play drums. Well, Larissa's a little bit different. She's 21 years old, and she's going to be 21 years old. She lives in her house, rent-free. She didn't have many bills. So I said, well, what do you want? She wants to buy a car. Well, how much money are you saving? Well, now you're going to give us the money. And what do you want to do for fitness? What do you want to do for diet? Like all these things, because we spend a lot of time planning and prepping and preparing. We have our workbooks and we're printing. We're going to different, business planning workshops. But I think that it's also equally important important that you're doing this with your family. Now, if you've already done that, congratulations, you guys. I appreciate that. This is just an added benefit to you. So what I want to do is I want to break this one down for you as well. Obviously, we have our significant others that play a vital role in our growth and the support, and they're our sounding board. Well, what I want to do is I want to make sure that you're spending that time. So I broke this down to a couple different sections. The foundation, who are we becoming? Who are we becoming as a couple? My relationship, and done with intentionality. What does she need from me? My wife, especially now, she's pregnant. Like, what does she need from me? Communicate. How do we communicate at a higher level in 2026? And when we do have conflict, what are the best ways for us to resolve that conflict in a way that we're not disparaging, nor are we breaking each other down? Health, energy, and well-being. Like, what does that actually look like? You see, my wife's pregnant and she's hungry every 17 minutes. And so she's on a different routine right now. But after the baby gets here, obviously we got to get back into a flow. Obviously, I'm not going to stop exercising. I have a mission. I'm things that I want to do for my well-being and my health. And so it's important that we have those conversations. And then for us, in our case, it's preparing for a newborn. Now, this particular section may not apply for you, to you, or maybe it does, but it's important that you guys are looking at this and saying, you know what? Let me take some of the core principles out of this and let me have my own family meeting. Have the meeting with your family, the children, if you do have kids that are old enough to understand. And then also spend that time aside with your honey. Go somewhere that's away from the house. We're going to go to Palm Springs this weekend. I'm printing this all out. We're just going to sit there with our coffee. We're going to write. We're going to talk about what building wealth looks like for us in the new year. And then what does real estate and asset building look like for our family? How do we want to grow? What does our bank account want to look like? How do we purchase our car through the LLC and all these things? And then what are the places that we want to, so where are the places that we want to go and the things that we want to experience in 2026, right? I want to spend some time going to really, really cool places this year. I don't want to buy things. I want to have experiences. The older I get, the less that the material things are important. So I encourage you guys to use this, to do this with your own families, to do this with your own honeys, and see how that advances your guys' relationships and strengthens your bond. Before I go any further, does anybody have any thoughts, questions, contributions, or dialogue based on the conversation right now? Because as you can feel, your boy is fired up for 2026. Anybody have a thought, contribution, dialogue? I got some smiles, so let me just go to some of the smiles. Let's go to Tanisha and Patrick. Give me a thought, give me a contribution, and then we'll go to Patrick next. Let's go, TT.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome that you're talking about relationships, because I 1000% agree. When you're in a relationship, it affects the way you do business. Side note, I was working with a lender in the past, and he was married to his fourth wife, but I don't think he worked on his marriage. And that crazy affected the way he did the loan. And I wanted to tell him so much, like, dude, go talk to your wife, because you're taking all your anger out on me and I don't like it. So yes, it's huge that we talk to our family, talk to our kids, make sure everybody's happy in the home. And I know, as a former wife, a new girlfriend, our happiness, it drives a lot, because we have a lot of emotion in the family, and our kids really lean on our emotion. And it's just, my feedback is I love that you're bringing this up. So thank you.
I appreciate your sentiment on this. I realized, like, this time around, when my wife was pregnant with Silas, she wasn't my wife. I didn't want to commit. I wanted to be this player and play the field and like play house on the weekends, and then go back to being an asshole during the week, and then go play house on the week. And like, I provided zero emotional support. Right? Zero emotional support. And like, she had to go on bed rest and magnesium shots and all these things. I'm like, if I could just be there for you, emotionally support you, and like, you want fucking Chick-fil-A. Last night I had to run out to get Chick-fil-A, which I got there 4 minutes after they closed. So shame on me. I got it on every level. And then she wanted brownies, right? So if that's what the support you need from me, like, I just want to commit at the highest level of being there. And I've always been there for my wife since we've been actually a couple and we decided to do this right. but like, I just want to be there on a completely different level. So maybe she has an easier pregnancy. Yeah, it's going to be tough for what she's going through her body and emotions. I can't control that, but I could definitely say I showed up and I was here for you emotionally. And I think like, that's a big like change from when she was pregnant with Silas. Like, I was an asshole, and I'm so glad that I'm not an asshole this time. So Tanisha, I appreciate your sentiment. Let's go, Patrick. Any thoughts, contributions, dialogue on the conversation? Let's roll, big dog.
Yeah. First of all, Happy New Year's, everyone. Woke up this year feeling motivated as hell. I loved, just to kind of piggyback on Melody's speech this morning that got me pumped up. I was just looking at the fire horse reference, what that means, the symbolism. And it says it represents major change, breaking old patterns, and rapid progress. And the traits are being passionate, adventurous, and enthusiastic, and driven by new opportunities. And so I loved it. I feel the energy, and I feel like all of us as a team right here, all 33 people in this, 34 people in this meeting, I feel like we're all going to achieve great, amazing things this year. So that's just feeling.
That's right, big dog. I appreciate you. Now, last one. This is something that you guys can obviously build off of, but I created this because I always get asked questions about events. And so as we go into the new year, if you guys want to host an event at the office, obviously you guys can. This is one of the best event spaces in the Bay Area. You guys can leverage it to throw mom's group, Galentine's, friends groups, whatever you want to. If you want to do an industry event, you want to do speed dating in February, you want to do a fucking Zumba class, you want to do Pilates here. I do not care what it is that you do, but I promise you, you throw an event, good things are going to happen from that. But it's all about how you market it. So I created a Keep It Moving event hosting checklist. Now this is mine. So what I did is I took all the things that I do to throw an event. And I am an eventzilla. I'm circling, I'm sending DMs. You'll probably get DMs from me. Like, I'm sending it until I feel so good about it. And then the day of the event, you guys will see me. I'm looking outside. Is everyone going to be here? Like, I obsess about it. So I just took that obsession and I put it into a checklist. So whether or not you use it, it's okay. I just want you to know that if you ever throw an event, you have something that will at least give you some guidelines and a checklist. Does that make sense, you guys? What I want to do is I want to create more SOPs for you guys. I want to create more checklists for you guys because I know how you're wired. Like, just show me how to do it, Elias. And I would just want something that I can follow, a pathway, a map. So you guys have that SOP down below. Now, before we go any further, I wanted to spend a little bit of time here because I feel it's important. 2025 represented massive growth for me personally, professionally, spiritually, emotionally. I took Keep It Moving and I made it an LLC in 2025. Now, prior to that, Keep It Moving has just been a hashtag. It was something we started here at Fast Real Estate as our group coaching every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It didn't even have a name when we started it. Didn't even have a name. It was just Fast Real Estate group coaching. That was it. And then it changed and it developed and it grew. And then when I think about all of your voices and contributions, and yes, I've been nostalgic the last couple of days. I've been watching old videos from years and years and years ago. So your boy's been very nostalgic about what this group really represents. And so I figured, like, I wanted to take this on a bigger platform. I wanted to even offer it to more people and shit. Like, maybe they would pay me to do a group coaching session with them. And they have. And I'm very, very grateful for those opportunities coast to coast. But this has always been my true north. This room right here, 8:30 to 9:30, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday has always been my true north and always will be my true north. So I just wanted to, as we start this new year, to send a humble thank you to each of you for showing up. I don't care if there's 10 people or if there's 150 people on the, I don't care. We're still going to run the same route. I'm still going to have the same level of excitement and energy because you guys deserve me at my very, very best. And so thank you for pushing me to be better as a human, as a leader, as a coach, as a friend. I just want to say thank you guys for what you represent in my own personal life. It's been incredible to see you grow, but your growth has pushed me to grow so much. And I thank you guys for showing up, because if you don't show up, it's not going to force me to get better and better and better. So you guys just being in the space, I know I have a responsibility. And I don't take that lightly. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys. And I wanted to open up the space. I wanted to spend a couple minutes here. If there was somebody on the call, if they're here now, or maybe if they're not even here, if you just wanted to say, hey, I thank you to this person, or Aaron said this one time and it really landed for me, or that person said something that really inspired me to go and do this activity. I want to give you guys the mic for a minute and maybe go around the room and share somebody's moment that had an impact with you. But to play this game appropriately, if you have something nice to say about me, I don't want it to be about me at all. Make it about somebody that's on this screen or has been on this screen in 2025 and obviously before. So let's go. Let's hear from you guys. I want to go. Mama San, what do you got? Somebody, anything, a contribution, a thought, a dialogue. Let's roll, my friend.
My boy Pat over there at Daly City. Man, he's been a great partner, great friend, family now, basically. We just got into contract yesterday on our biggest deal ever. And he's just been, he's a newer agent, but I'm not, he's 2 years, right, Pat? But anyways, he's just got so much freaking knowledge and he's just always willing to help and partner, and just shout out, Pat.
I love it, my friend. Really, really good to see you back. You look tan. Your skin looks healthy. Welcome home. You had some good time.
I'm still here. I'm here till the 5th.
Oh, you're still there? Okay, well, you're looking good, my friend, all right?
On vacation.
And oh, by the way, thinking about skin routine, my friends, gentlemen on the call, there's a product out there called Caldera Labs. It's a very expensive facial serum, cream, oil. That's part of your daily routine. I do not have a promo code for you. However, if you're a guy out there searching for a new facial routine, go ahead and download and go on to Caldera Labs because it is wonderful. Let's go, Gary Archer. What do you have for us, my man? I'm trying to get my youth back. Okay, let's go.
Man, I just want to start by, one, I wouldn't be on the call without my great friend, Otis White, Mr. Otis White Jr. I've known him for many years, see me in the real world. He's like, G, I know you're going through some things. You should apply some of this energy over here. I think you might be good at this. And I just want to commend him, not just for pushing me, but helping me along the way every day. Like, such a great friend. I love Otis White. I'm not trying to take the place of his big brother, but I love being that for him. So I love Otis White and everything his team do for me.
Man, I appreciate that. And I'm sure he appreciates that sentiment as well. Gary, appreciate you. Let's go, Patrick. Then we'll go D Bledsoe and then Blessing, you will bring us home on this. Let's go, Patrick.
Oh man, I raised my hand because I wanted to shout out Mama San too. It's just hella funny, I'm a big energy guy. I'm a big frequency believer, and that's something that I identified with her since the get-go. I feel like she has this very motivating kind of energy towards her, and that's something that I want to ride, and something that I want to learn from as well. And it's just, I'm very, very hopeful and optimistic about this partnership, and just there's many people here that motivates me, inspire me, including you, Coach, including Otis, Gary, Damian, Blessing. All of y'all really motivate me, but I just want to share that as well to the group.
Man, I love it. I figured we'd give a little bit of flowers first session of 2026. We didn't do this to close out the year, so I'm really glad that we're here. D Bledsoe, let's go, my man. Congratulations on all the books read in 2025 and all the accomplishments, that you made in 2025 and over the last few years, my man. So let's hear from, there she is. Hi, my friend.
Hi.
Good morning to you. You're growing up so quick. How you doing?
Good.
Good to see you. Okay, have a wonderful week.
We got another one.
Well, hi, baby. Good to see you too. How are you? Okay.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I just wanted to say a thank you to Otis for bringing Gary into this space, because every time I see Gary at the office, every time on these calls, he is truly a wealth of knowledge. He is free with it. Like, he, with no reason that benefits him at all, he always stops me and gives me game every time I see him. And I've known Gary for years from the music industry, but and on both ends, he tells me stuff to this day about music that I don't know about and that I need to know. But he's just so free with the game, and I appreciate that. one of the bigger things in real estate. Again, I've said this a few times, but on this call, he had talked about posting QR codes for people to get their home valuation or to go straight to their home search through Real Scout. Since he said that a few months ago, I've posted hundreds of flyers around Oakland and Richmond, San Leandro, East Bay area, wherever I'm at. If I'm at an open house in Walnut Creek, I have a staple gun and I'm stapling that QR code on telephone poles. And I've reaped a few leads from that. And again, just another level of visibility. I appreciate Gary for giving me that game. So thank you, Gary Archer.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Blessing, let's go to you, my friend. Is there flowers that need to be given to anybody on the call today or anybody that may not be on the call that may see this in the future? Let's go, my friend.
I have to shout out Damian because not only professionally is he the epitome of consistency, the work until it work. You know, the first time I heard, I was like, oh, that's a cute catchphrase. But it has defined who he is and how he shows up. And you know, in times where, you know, it was a little hard for me, like the words that he would say would just align with that. So just being a man of integrity, being that person. But I do have to say personally, the words you've spoken into my son, I don't have any words to really say thank you fully. So I just really want to say, like, just thank you for being you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for seeing everything else that is happening and reaching out and just being a lifeline. Like I said, I feel like I'm a proud little sister. Thank you for everything you do. And just, I'm so excited for everything you're doing. And I'm so excited for your girls to see you continue to develop. So thank you.
I love it. I love it. All right, Otis, bring it up the rear, my man. Last contribution on this vein. Anybody, any thought, any contribution? Let's roll.
That one right there was really touching. This is a great moment for us, Elias, and I'm glad you did that. I look back and I have to say, I want to thank Team Fast and everybody that's ever donned the black and red and white, anyone that's come through my path, obviously the management for Shirley, even though I don't see her as much. And I thought that our relationship would blossom over the years, but Donna Chan, if it wasn't for her, I would not be here. I would not be in real estate. I turned my back on Team Fast because I was like, them motherfuckers just tripping 50-50 for the first three. So I kind of just said, let me do it on my own. But ever since I've stepped into this space, it's not only made me a better person, a better man, a better father, a better realtor. But my story, I think about it all the time. And it was kind of like hey, look at him. You know, he ain't did anything yet, but he still comes here and he shows up to where I'm at now, being able to not only help people, you know, with questions about real estate or a deal, but in life, like I'm helping my actual friends, like Gary, like Gary's really my friend. Like before this and after this, he will still be my friend. And to know that after 5 years, I'm in a space where I could be a key factor in the next evolution of a young brother and Zaire, who's on this call right now, is evidence. When I tell people, hey, man, if you come work with me, work under me, I'm not going to be like anybody else. I will hold your hand. I will not give up on you if you don't give up on yourself, first and foremost. And I'm just really at a standstill in my life where I was questioning, do I stop doing what I do and helping people in real estate and life, even though I feel in my direct circle, it's not appreciated. That's why I come to the solace of this team and to other people and try to give, because I know it'll be appreciated. I know none of my past flaws of me being a weaker man and weaker individual won't be chastised or judged upon the principles of the people in these rooms that I'm in now. And I'm really grateful for that. So I don't want to shortchange and just say one person. I don't want to sound too cliche, but I thank every one of y'all, man. Y'all do not know. Before I came into this space, I lost myself. I was Mr. Overtime. I spent a long time being that person, and I lost who Otis White was. So I want to say that Team Fast and everybody with it has helped me find who Otis White was again, and I'm very happy for that. So thank you all. I love all you guys. Truly, I do. Whether we spend a second with each other at a party or on this Zoom call every day, you guys are truly my brothers and my sisters, and I love all of you guys.
Man, I appreciate it. And I'm glad to see how you've evolved and blossomed. You stay true to who you are as a man, but you've really, really grown over these years. And so, you know, when Blessing was talking about the whole work until it works, Like whatever you have, whatever your saying is, if you have legacy in your bio, if you have a word of mission driven, faith driven, right? Integrity at its finest, whatever it is, you better be a walking embodiment of that. When I say keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, you guys, I believe in that with every fiber of who I am. And my hope and my intention is that you have seen me keep it moving through everything, through every season, through every market, through every condition, through every challenge, through every tribulation. You have seen me keep it moving. So because I'm an epitome of those words, I embody those words. And so whatever it is, keep it, work until it works, keep it moving, living the dream, whatever it is. Are you actually a walking embodiment of that? And do your actions actually align with that? And is there congruency? So I want to share some thoughts with you guys. I'm going to get some dialogue on this, but I wanted to just say thank you once again, everybody that contributed. I thought that was super powerful. We needed to go there. I'm so glad that we did. Thank you guys all for your contribution. This year will not be defined by motivation. If you come to these sessions and say, that was motivating, then you know what? I've probably fallen short. And that's not what this is about. I don't need Otis to get on the mic and try to motivate you. If you're looking for motivation, that's not what is the intention of this group. And if that's all you're getting from them, then I'm not doing my job. This year will be defined by moments, and this is the first one. This moment right here represents the first Keep It Moving group coaching session of 2026. When you think about moments, there's a powerful book out there that I want everybody to read this year. Whenever you read it, however you read it, whatever, if you listen to it, fine. It is called The Power of Moments. Today, we interrupt autopilot. Today, we stretch. Today, we see ourselves clearly. And once you see it, you can't go back. Once you see the true power potential of who you are as a woman, as a man, as a producer, as a top producer, once you see it, there is no going back, right? There is no going back to the Elias that I once was. None, no way possible. I know where I'm going. My vision is so clear, so vivid, so emotionally charged. There is no going back. So this call sets the tone, the truth and the trajectory for 2026. So we will keep it moving. We're not louder. We're not busier. We're going to be clearer, sharper, intentional, honest, and accountable. And those last two words are very important. We will be honest with ourselves, the good, bad, and the ugly. I didn't show up. I'm not making my calls. My database is shit. I have no systems. I don't have an SOP. People think that I do something, but I don't do something. Behind the scenes, no, I drink too much. No, we're going to be fucking honest. And we're going to hold ourselves accountable. We're going to hold ourselves accountable to what really matters to us. You want to put your mom on. You want to take your family on vacation. You want to retire early. You want to have money in the bank. You want to stop struggling and working paycheck to paycheck. Then you got to hold yourself accountable. And I want to go back to a statement that we said a few years ago. You need to be ruthless. You need to be ruthless about your own personal accountability. You know, it feels good to say those words again because I haven't said that in a while. You need to be ruthless about your own personal accountability. I don't need to fucking check your database. I don't need to check your call log and make sure that you made your calls. Don't you have some dreams? Don't you have people that are looking up to you that need you? Hold yourself accountable and be ruthless about that in 2026. Autopilot is the enemy. When we think about this, most people aren't failing, they are just drifting. They are waning. Their focus and their energy is waning. They are running scripts written by habit, fear, environment, and old identities. You see, in order for us to grow, to achieve more, to be more, to have more, we do need to shed. We need to release these shackles that sometimes, for some of us, are bringing us down. You don't fix autopilot with motivation. You don't come to one call and like, oh, I'm motivated, and that's going to fix your autopilot. You break it with an interruption. Insight moments require friction, a pause, and a mirror. It is okay to be so scared to go out and door knock. And if you've never done it before, you're going to go out there, you're going to create some friction, and you're going to be scared of it, and it's okay. It is okay to never have posted a video on social media, but I promise you, through experience, when you create that friction and you break that interruption of you being comfortable, so many things are going to happen for you. So many things are going to happen for you. Let's continue on. Insight comes from contrast. And let me elaborate on what this actually means. We don't change when we're told what's wrong. I can tell Blessing all day long, here's what is wrong. Patrick, here's what is wrong. Mama San, this is what is wrong. We change when we see the difference between who I say I am and how I actually show up. That's contrast, my friends. That's contrast at the highest level. See, we don't change when we're told what's wrong. You're doing this wrong. We change when we see the difference between who I say I am and how I actually am showing up. And I'm dealing with this with my father right now. My father is a lifetime alcoholic. And I can't get him to see that. I can't get him to see that he's 70 years old and he's thrown his life away. You see, what I want him to see is, how are you showing up as a father and as a grandfather? And at this stage of your life, the one thing that matters right now, Dad, the one thing that matters is legacy. That's it. How do you want to leave this earth? How do you want to be remembered? What is that legacy? And if I could get him to see the contrast of who he says he is and how he actually is being and how we actually are seeing him, I think he'll change. Contrast creates emotional truth. That's why numbers wake people up. Accountability sharpens awareness, and reflection without honesty is useless, right? The numbers, if you had a really shit year, you should look at your numbers and be like, damn, that's a wake-up call. And now I need to hold myself accountable to a higher standard. And once again, we don't move our standards. And then if we reflect and we're honest about the reflection, then that's useful. But if we're not honest and we're telling ourselves all these lies and all this bullshit, and we're selling ourselves something that is not truthful, then that is useless, my friends. You're just going in circles. Make sense so far? Stretch is where identity is revealed. And let's go a little bit further into this. People discover who they are under stretch, not comfort. Raise your hand if you've gotten uncomfortable since joining or since being in real estate. If you've gotten uncomfortable, shit, I'm so uncomfortable, you guys, so uncomfortable. I'll continue to get comfortable and not complacent. People discover who they are under stretch, not comfort. Stretch moments. This exposes your excuses. The people that signed up for intensity, that exposes excuses. You have no room for excuses. It reveals your discipline gaps. It clarifies your priorities. It forces ownership. No stretch, you won't have insight. No insight, no change. And I absolutely love that section right there, because when you stretch, you get to find out new insights about who you are as a person, as a producer, as a man, as a woman, right? You get to see all these things, and without the insight, you cannot change. If you continue to live your comfortable life, no one pushes you, you don't stretch, then you're never going to reach that next level. You're not. And if somebody is in your corner saying, go girl, you got this, and they're not calling you out on your shit, then get a different friend. Get a different friend that's going to be like, dude, you're worth so much more. You can do so much more. You're falling short. You're sleeping on your skills. You're sleeping on your talents, big dog. You need to wake up. This is why coaching matters. You see, coaching for you guys is an opportunity for us to get introspective. It is my opportunity to give you guys perspective and to give you guys thoughts and ideas of things that you may know, but we need to bring those things to the surface. We need to make sure that you have clarity. That way we unpack all these things. That way you guys can live a better life, have more money, go on more vacations, have more leverage. So it's really, really important that I have this conversation with you guys today. Coaching in 2026 will always be fundamentally at the core. That will always be the same. But what we're going to experience and talk about and go through and have you guys have SOPs and have you guys really do the work this year, it's going to look different. I want to put us in a position where we're holding ourselves accountable, that we're reading more, that we're applying the knowledge that we're reading, that we're getting together and we're coming to the office and we're actually doing old shit like making phone calls, like going in our database, like fixing our database. There's no reason why we should get into quarter two and your systems are shit, that you're not visible, right? If you come to these calls and you don't have zero visibility on social media, my question is, where did I miss you? Like, where did I miss you as a coach that after all this time, you're still not going to get your beautiful face on camera? I'm missing you. So we're going to tighten up this year. We're going to get more focus. We're going to have more insight. We're going to have more clarity. And we're going to make sure that this year is very, very purpose driven, because I am a man on a mission, and my word for the year is impact. I have a responsibility to impact the growth of the humans that are in my environment. And I will not take that lightly. I'm going to rock it as a badge of honor. We're going to do big things in 2026. So I'm going to go to you guys. Action Friday. We'd love to hear some thoughts, contributions, dialogue from you guys. Get involved in this conversation. I believe it's an important conversation. So who's got something for me? Feel free to throw your hand up or just go ahead and take yourself off of mute. Would love to hear your dialogue, thoughts, and insight based on the conversation thus far. Who's got something for me, big dogs? Going once, going twice, because now I'm just going to start calling on some people. Brandy Alfonso, it was good hanging out with you yesterday, my friend.
Likewise, the best part of that, I'm just going to say it right here and keep moving coaching, is getting knocked over by Silas with the biggest teddy bear hug. Like, I came home and I was like, oh my gosh, that was the literal best thing ever.
Silas said, I love you. It's Silas. Okay. Silas is probably weighs just as much as Brandy. He literally just came up and gave the biggest. All right, so Brandy, that was a powerful moment, nonetheless.
Yeah.
What do you got
Oh
for
my
us, big dog?
gosh, I felt the love. I truly felt the love. I love all of that sentiment, and that has been the motivation part of is that all you're in it for, or is that where you're here? And my big thoughts recently have been execution. It no longer is about motivation. It's about execution. And I think that's where the whole, I don't know, I was having some thoughts last night about, I was like, oh, keep moving coaching tomorrow. And yeah, weird thoughts when you get woken up way too early. But that's the sentiment. I was just like, keep it moving, execution. Why are you here? Not just for motivation, not just for, it's cool to show up and it's cool to be here for motivation, but where are we taking 2026? Where are we going with it? And execution, no thoughts. Have that motivation and let it lead to the execution, and allow yourself to be uncomfortable and to go further, to keep it moving, to work until it works, and everyone else's sentiments that just mean so much. See, here we go. So I that has been, as you were talking, I was like, oh my gosh, that just so aligns with execution.
You guys, I want to pause for a second, because Brandy's been through a lot, obviously. She has 5 kids. Okay, just let that sit in first. 5 children, okay? All under the age of 16, okay? And 2 of them are 5. 5 children, 12 showings the other day, super visible on social media, door knocking, doing whatever she has to do, fighting through adversity. Her story is rich with complications over the years. But you know what, Brandy? You show up and you do it at such a high level. I'm inspired by you. Shit, I got a few kids. I don't have that many kids. And I'm inspired by how you show up and how you have so much strength, when I'm sure there's days where it's so hard for you to have that strength. So I just want to say we see you, and super, super glad that you could take our couch and go to a good family. Literally, I'm super stoked that you guys can cuddle and do all of your stuff and watch movies on the couch.
I'm so excited.
I'm stoked. So let's get a couple more key thoughts and key takeaways. Let's go back over to Mel, and then we're going to go over to, I'll choose next. I don't know yet. We'll go to Aaron. Let's go, Mel. What do you got for us, big dog?
You're about to have 5 kids.
That's so wild.
Wild. That is
so wild.
I remember you guys were talking about this a couple of years ago, and we were at your house for dinner, and I asked Amanda, I said, you said, I want more kids. And Amanda looked at me and she was like, the factory is closed. I am done. She's like, girl, do you know how old I am? She's like, I'm not having any more kids. We are done. And a year later, guess who's pregnant? Can't even fucking believe it. Oh my God.
It's wild.
The biggest blessing, And by the way, I have a whole bag of like diapers and stuff that I'm not using right now that I've set aside for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, 2026, for me, I don't know if I didn't come to the last couple of sessions of Keep It Moving coaching because I'm dealing with a newborn that literally doesn't let me sleep. So I'm on team no sleep. So I sleep in the morning. My husband gets to watch the baby. It's been hard. Like, let me tell you, it's been very difficult running off 2 or 3 hours of sleep every night. But I know it's a season and it'll pass. So I don't know if you guys discussed this on one of the sessions. And if you did, I'm sorry if this is repetitive. But I decided that my word for 2026 is decide. Literally, it is just decide. Because a lot of times you have these ideas, you have all these notes, you have all of these books that are filled up with all of this shit that you know, get amped up by, motivated by, inspired by events, you know, group coaching, different types of mastermind calls or trainings that you might attend. And at the end of the day, you do nothing with it, right? You do nothing with it. Those notebooks are stacked up in your closet somewhere. You forget all of the inspiration wears off. The motivation is fleeting, you know, and you can't quite grasp it. And you come back from these events and you're all pumped up, you're all fired up, you're ready to go. And at the end of the day, all you really need to do is implement one thing and just decide that you're going to do it. And being in the real estate industry, there's people coming at us at all times, right? Everyone's trying to sell us something. Everyone's trying to get a piece of the pie. Everyone is trying to take, you know, a portion of what our brain power in this business and distract us. And at the end of the day, if you just decide to stick to working on your business, working on your marriage, working on your physical fitness, just take one thing and commit to it and decide that you're going to put the blinders on and not let anything else distract you, not let the something shiny come in and derail you. Like I know Otis was talking earlier about how he thought maybe he was going to leave the real estate industry for a minute, right? Like those doubts, those fears, those things will pop up along your journey to derail you off of your mission. And it's extremely difficult in that moment to recommit and to decide like, okay, I knew that this was going to happen on my journey. I knew that I was going to have bumps along the way and things that are going to block me from reaching my mission. So once you know that those things are going to happen, you're expecting those things to happen, you can stay the course because you're expecting things to come in to derail you. You're expecting the distractions. You're expecting the motivation and the inspiration to wear away, right? So at the end of the day, deciding who you're going to be, deciding how you're going to keep focused, deciding that you're going to stay the course no matter what pops up along your journey, no matter how difficult it is, that's how you persevere. That's how the most 1% become the most successful because they're fucking ruthless. Like what we were just talking about earlier, Elias, they are ruthless and they just keep going. And so that's my word for 2026 is just decide.
Powerful, Mel. Powerful as always. Aaron, bring us home on this. Key thoughts, key takeaways, contributions from our conversation thus far.
Well, I would piggyback to what Mel's saying. I've started to change my mindset where when I do feel like quitting, when I am kind of tripping, like things are working against me, my mind shifts and then I start getting excited, like, oh shit, I must be onto something here because I keep getting kicked in the nuts and I'm struggling here, right? So whenever you're feeling like you want to quit or you're feeling that's that stretch you're talking about, right? That's that pain. You're like, oh man, I'm just going to turn and walk away from this because it's too hard. That's when you lean in. That's when you're like, okay, I'm onto something. And if you can just shift your thought from woe is me, oh, poor me to holy shit, I'm onto something here, like it changes everything. And it makes it almost fun to get punched in the face. It's like kind of like in Fight Club, there was that scene where Brad Pitt was getting punched in his face and he was like, ah! And laughing. And he just wanted to get the club. He just wanted the basement to fight. Right. And the way he took that beating, but was still laughing and was all maniacal, like, let that be a metaphor for what you deal with every day in this industry in which you're dealing with. It's nothing is going to stop you, no matter how many times they punch you in the face with both fists. Like, you're going to persevere through. And so that was powerful that Mel was saying that. And I kept thinking and being grateful that I, at one point, was in a place where when things happened, I would be like, woe is me. The world is working against me. I can't catch a break, right? All in that mode. But now I almost get like giddy about it. And I'm like, oh man, I must like, anyways, yeah, that's a great thing. So impact is something that has been said that is sticking with me. I don't know if it's my word of the year for 2026. I've never really thought about a word of the year, but impact kind of struck me and was something I circled and shedding a lot of things. And I feel like throughout the year, I have been shedding all these things to go into 2026. And so again, I wasn't even up on this, year of the snake, year of the horse thing, but the way it started off was like, wow, like that it feels like what I'm experiencing right now. And so I'm like super excited for 2026. I was excited for tomorrow, like on the 30th, like just each day I'm excited for the next day. And so I guess that translates into years or whatever. But yeah, shedding all that stuff and continuing to, because again, like I feel like I shed a lot of things from me in 2025, but I feel like there's still a little bit I got to get off. Like when the lizards get the little thing on their eye, you got to kind of peel it off for them. I'm feeling like I gotta get a little bit more off, but I'm excited for 2025. And then the other thing I'm really kind of excited about the change and everything, and I captured all the SOPs is I was conditioned as a kid of a single mom who went to work, wrote down lists of things that needed to be done by the time she got home. And so there's nothing more I enjoy than a checklist where it keeps me on task. What do I need to do? What am I forgetting? Because again, I am undiagnosed, but I am pretty confident I got a touch of ADD in here. That's always been with me forever. Like I got squirrel syndrome all day long. And throughout the course of a day without a checklist, I feel like I'm forgetting something all the time. And so checklists definitely help give you peace of mind at the end of a day, a hectic day when you're working this business. So again, be happy to get punched in the face a few times, because that means you're onto something.
That's right, big dog. I appreciate that. I appreciate the reference and everything he said, and the reference to Fight Club, one of the best movies ever. You guys, before we close out, I want to throw a couple reminders out to everybody. As you guys know, each of you, if you're a part of our organization here at EXP, you guys have the ability to attend our Fast Forward Movement calls. This happens on Monday. That's the main mastermind. Usually 500 plus agents on that call. It's a really, really powerful call for you guys to be on. So I want to encourage you guys. I want to push you to make sure that you're attending the mastermind on Monday at 10 a.m. What's cool about this, when you look about our stats from last year, actually this was from the year before, but nonetheless, over $55 billion worth of production from that group and close to 120,000 transactions. And the reason why I share this with you is because when you're talking to agents, obviously bring them to keep it moving. If they've been here before, show them Fast Forward Movement as well. But if you put those numbers, $55 billion worth of production, up against every single brokerage in the United States of America, Fast Forward Movement in itself would be the top 5 brokerages in the United States of America. So if you guys haven't been to this site, it's really cool. It tells you everything about Fast Forward Movement. And then you go on here and follow the calendar, and then you can just add those things to the calendar. That way you're not always searching. And so I'll put this here. We always update in Slack. We put this on Slack. That way you guys have it. But I want to get you guys more involved in Fast Forward Movement. I think that there's some amazing things. Some of this stuff is really, really high level, but some of this stuff is just really, really good for you guys to learn, remove the friction. I'm actually going away on Monday to an annual board meeting in San Diego with Fast Forward Movement. So I'm really excited about the year ahead. So a lot of things that we're working on, you guys, to make sure that you're always going to have the best in class opportunities for you to grow, to develop, and to get coached at the highest level. So I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about where we are heading. And so I got nothing but love for you guys. Hold yourself ruthlessly accountable in 2026. Before we head on, KD, did you have something really quick as I close?
Yes. I just want to make sure, how do we log into the Fast Forward? Do we need to log in, or how do we connect with it?
Are you saying for the Monday calls?
Correct. The 10 a.m. calls.
Yeah, so every single Monday, there's going to be a passcode. And if you put that on your calendar right there, you're going to get those passwords. However, if you miss it for some reason, it doesn't sync to your calendar, just go into Slack, events and training. We always put it in every single week.
Got it. It's going to be a Zoom link, right?
It's always a Zoom link. Yep. And so it's always going to be in Slack. You guys will find that every single week, events and training with the passcode. Every single week, the passcode changes.
Awesome.
Awesome, you guys. So I want to encourage you guys.
I just
yes,
want
ma'am.
to say one thing. When you guys think about the people that are the most successful in the world, they're absolutely insane. Like, you have to be insane and you have to be out of this fucking world, like out of your mind crazy, in order to get to the level of success that you want. The reason why Elias is so successful and he's growing so quickly is because the guy's fucking nuts. Like, Elias is literally insane, and that is why he is so successful. So if you guys want that level of success, you got to walk away from being normal, because the normal person gives up. The normal person shuts off their phone and rolls over and goes back to bed. The normal person lets the negative words from auntie and uncle and mom get to them and let them derail them and cry about it, right? Don't be normal. Be insane. Be out of your mind and just keep going. And I feel like that's the only way that you're going to be successful, is to just be nuts.
I appreciate that. No, I'm a little delusional. You're absolutely right. Speaking about delusion, before we head out, you guys, I want you guys to check out this list of all the people that have decided to sign up for Intensity. And Intensity starts on Monday at 6 a.m. Today, I'm closing registrations at midnight. So if you still have not registered for Intensity and you're ready to walk directly into the fire and get your ass kicked for a few weeks, we'd love to have you. If you are on the team, there is no cost to you. If you are not on the team, there is a $600 investment in yourself fee, which I promise you will be recouped by the habits, skills, and production that you gain from this program. But in case you missed it, here is the link. You guys have an amazing start to this year. I'm going to take my lovely wife and my handsome son to Palm Springs. We're going to do an Art Deco photo opportunity tomorrow with my wife, if she could just find an outfit that she really likes. But nonetheless, we're going to get away for the weekend, and I'm heading to San Diego for my board meeting. But we do have coaching on Monday per usual. If you need anything, please reach out. I appreciate you. I love you. And as always, my friends, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision. Let's make this year a year that truly matters. Peace, my friends.